Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we're going to talk about potential energy, PE. You might see it as PE, and while I am a big fan of PE, physical education, we're talking about potential energy right here. Our last video, we went through and we talked about kinetic energy. We've talked about mass and speed. Today, we're going to talk about potential energy. In the case with all energy types, energy is the ability to do work. We have energy from the sun, we have chemical energy, and we have energy from moving turbines. Potential energy is stored energy. Energy can be used later. You might have heard at your young age, you have a lot of potential. Potential means you haven't done it yet. So you have the potential to become whatever you want. Whatever career you would like to do, the future is yours, ladies and gentlemen. Potential, in this case, is going to say that we're going to have energy later. We remember learning in matter back in our chemistry units that that matter can't be created or destroyed. And the same thing's going to be happening for energy. Energy can't be created or destroyed, but we can use it later. Just like kinetic energy, we have an equation. Potential energy is equal to the mass, or your size, times the gravity on the planet that you're on, times the height. Well, in our situation, we can't change the gravity. So this is always 9.8 or about 10 on Earth. So we're not really going to change this. However, if I want to make a bigger splash, if I want to have a bigger event, I could go through and increase the mass and the height of an object. If I go through and I have a small object, but I drop it from a really big height, that can still result in a big amount of potential energy. Okay, this is a picture of the Kearns Oker Park Fitness Center. When I was a kid, I used to go up here and I would climb up to the very top. There's some ladders over here, and I would jump off and I would splash, and it was awesome. Well, the reason why this was such an awesome splash is because I could take all of my energy at the top and convert it down to speed at the bottom. We'll talk next time in our other video about converting potential energy to kinetic. But for right now, I just want you to remember that if you have a very large height and you're high above things, then you're going to have a lot more energy than if you were to jump off of this high dive. Right here, we have a large object and a smaller object. This is half the size. Which one do you think will have the greatest amount of potential energy? Well, you're probably thinking that it's going to be this one, and you're right. That just makes more sense. If I drop something that's bigger, it's going to have more damage than something that's smaller. Our next idea, if I change the height, if I change instead of being up at the very tip top, I'm lower or even lowest, ball A is going to have more energy than ball B because it's starting from a larger or a greater height. There are going to be different types of potential energy. If I stretch a bow, like Robin Hood, we talk about chemical potential energy that goes back to the food that we eat. Nuclear and gravitational, well, gravitational is really big. This is specifically gravitational potential energy, mass times gravity times height. So I'm just going to refer to this one as potential energy. That's going to be this gravitational. And then nuclear, well, you guys don't have a high school diploma, let alone a degree in advanced nuclear physics. So once we get that high school diploma, I'd love to talk to you guys about nuclear physics. That would be great. Finishing off, potential energy right here. This person is going to pull back on the bow. When they pull back on the bow, they are storing energy for later. The reason why this is potential is this has the potential to fire at your target. This has the potential to launch the arrow down the course. It has potential that is stored energy. Guys, I hope this helps. I'm grateful for your time. Have a great day.